guys, and welcome to the first part of this week's Coffee and Hero Show, taking you through what's new into the store. These are in terms of the graphic novels that are new onto the shelves, new into the back catalogue, and available from this Wednesday, New Comic Book Day. So, as ever, just before I jump in, just a quick reminder of Free Comic Book Day coming up first Saturday in May. So, May the 4th, Star Wars Day. Plenty of discounts across the store, 10% off graphic novels and omnibuses, 20% off merchandise, 20% off CGC comics, comic packs, all kinds of stuff. And then, of course, all the free comics as well. I'm going to do a separate video to take you through the titles. I'll do that next week as we're still awaiting one more delivery. They basically parse them out over a number of weeks to make sure you have all your stock for the day. So I'll take you through that, as I say, in a video hopefully next week in anticipation of Free Comic Book Day. So mark those diaries. But yeah, to take you through what's this week, I mean, it's predominantly new stuff. There is one or two little gap fillers for the back catalogue, as there usually is. But tons of new stuff here. So we'll kick things off with The Flash, and this is Time Heist. This is essentially volume 1 of the new run by... Sorry, I take that back. It's not the first one. I thought it was because that's the cover to Flash 800, which of course was the jumping on point for the new run by Cy Spurrier and Mike Deodato Jr. This is actually the last one of Jeremy Adams prior. So this basically contains Flash 797 to 799, as well as a selection of stories from 800. So you are getting some extra stuff in here from Jeff Johns, Mark Waid, and Joshua Williamson, as well as the end of the Jeremy Adams run. Speaking of ends of runs, this is the end of the Colin Kelly and Jackson Lansing run on Guardians of the Galaxy. It's only a 10-issue run, 10 issues plus an annual, but was very, very successful. Really hit that sort of space western sort of roots that you want for a Guardians title. So this is the last of it. This contains issues 6 to 10, as well as the aforementioned annual. This was a really good series recently called The Joker, the Man Who Stopped Laughing. This was Matthew Rosenberg and Carmine Giandomenico. This runs issues 7 to 12 of The Man Who Stopped Laughing. We do have the first volume in store as well. Beautiful Lee Bermeo cover there. Next up, from Kelly Thompson and Mattia De Ulias, is The Cull. This is 5 issues so far for Image Comics. I must admit, I thought it was just a mini-series and done, but it does say volume 1 on it, so maybe there is more to come. But yeah, from Eisner Award-winning writer Kelly Thompson and rising star Mattia De Ulias, The Cull is a haunting sci-fi adventure story with devastating mystery at its heart. Next up, this is continuing DC's line of reprints of classic stuff, and a lot of these seem to be ones that James Gunn has name-checked for having a bit of an impact in the upcoming relaunch for the DC live-action movie universe. So this is Booster Gold, the complete 2007 series. Jeff Johns, of course, involved with this, Dan Jurgens, Jeff Katz, Norm Rapmund, and this was essentially a 14-issue run. So 0 to 14, and also has issue 1 million in there as well. So pretty definitive for you Booster Gold fans. Going into the back catalogue, a couple of Bat titles. So Batman 3 Jokers, we got some in last week, but we didn't get all of our copies. A few more extra here this week. So try to always have that on the shelf. And another one we're always going to try to have on the shelf, especially with the upcoming sequel and the relaunch of DC Elseworlds. We have Batman Gotham by Gaslight as well. So Brian Augustin, Mike Mignola, absolute classic there. Next up, we have Avengers Inc. This was a 5-issue miniseries by Al Ewing and Leonard Kirk on art. The Wasp creates a new style of avenging. So I've heard some good stuff about that. Actually, I didn't read it myself. Some Epic Collection now, some Epic Collection love. We have Avengers West Coast. This is Ultron Unbound is the name of the storyline. You've got, this contains volume 7, which covers 1992 to 1993. So Avengers West Coast 83 to 95, plus a couple of annuals and material from Dark Horse annual as well. So the marriage of Ultron is the subtitle there. To continue on the Epic Collection theme, we have X-Men Fatal Attractions. There's one for all you 90s kids, you know who you are. This is volume 23, covers 1993 to 1994. Uncanny X-Men 301 to 306, X-Men 24 to 25, X-Men Unlimited, Wolverine issues, Gambit issues, and X-Men Survival Guide to the Mansion. Magneto tears Wolverine's world apart. So Scott Lobdell involved there, Fabian Nakaisa, John Romita Jr., Howard Mackie, Lee Weeks, murderers row of talent there. Next up is the title for the younger readers out there, which is Mini Marvel's Spidey Sense. All ages fun featuring the wild and crazy kid counterparts of Marvel's greatest heroes. So you've got Wolverine there, you've got Spider-Man, you've got Hulk, Human Torch, Iron Man, and Hawkeye. Next up is from Valiant Comics. You may see us start to get a few more of the Valiant comics in. I've been reading some stuff myself recently. It's been very, very good. So we're going to be getting some more of these in. This is the most recent run on X-O Manowar, which was X-O Manowar Unconquered. Becky Cloonan on writing, along with Michael W. Conrad and Liam Sharp on art. This was a 6-issue miniseries released towards the end of last year, start of this year. So collected edition there. This is one I've definitely been waiting on because Zatanna is a character I love that is just not utilized in the DC universe anywhere near as much as they should be. So this is Zatanna by Paul Dini. Involved in this as well, Adam Beechan, Stephanie Rue, Jamal Eagle, Chad Harden, Cliff Chiang. This contains the 16-issue run that Paul Dini did. Brilliant series, Adam Hughes covers. Believe in Magic. I absolutely love this run. So to have this collected into trade, we ordered quite big on that, quite a few copies in, but yeah, don't snooze on that because Zatanna stuff, again, it's not often in print either, let alone there being enough of it. Next up, we have the next volume of Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. So this is continuing on the Melissa Flores run on Mighty Morphin. This is volume 4, and this covers Power Rangers 111 to 114. Mistress Vile has won. Next up, Miss Marvel by Saladin Ahmed. So a nice thick bad boy here. This contains Magnificent Miss Marvel 1 to 18. Miss Marvel is back and she is magnificent. Definitely one of my favourite Marvel characters of the last little while. Next up from AWA Studios is Rumpus Room. This is Mark Russell and Ramon Rosanas on art. A 5-issue series from what I remember. But yeah, looks good as well. I've got the single issues of that, but haven't read it just yet. What I have read is Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy. The two Rons reunite on Silver Surfer. Ron Mars, Ron Lynn. Make sure to check out our interview with Ron Mars on the podcast network. Brilliant interview. Such a cool guy. But this was a 5-issue mini-series continuing on the Silver Surfer Rebirth Legacy run there. Little trade coming in this week for Sonic the Hedgehog. Again, you'll probably start to see more of these coming in. These sell very well. We have a lot of Sonic fans in store. So Sonic the Hedgehog Misadventures. This contains the issues 62 to 66. While the villains are away, the heroes will play. A Spider-Man title came out recently that seemed to have more of a horror tinge to it. And again, I haven't read it myself, but heard some good stuff. Saladin Ahmed writing, Juan Ferreira on art. This is Spine-Tingling Spider-Man. Contains issues 0 to 4, the scariest Spider-Man story you'll ever read. So, one for you Spidey fans. Star Wars Dr. Aphra this week as well. So, Dark Droids. They've been releasing the trade paperbacks for the tie-in series to the Dark Droids storylines. So here we are, Alyssa Wong continuing on with this, and Minkyu Young on art. Dr. Aphra fights for her life. And we finish off this week with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meet Stranger Things, because why not? Comics must be the easiest medium in the world to take two existing franchises and smoosh them together for a tie-in or for a crossover series. So, and I mean, it doesn't even shy away from that fact. It says on the back, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles meet the Stranger Things crew in this epic crossover graphic novel that no one saw coming. So this contains the entire run of that. So yeah, so these are the things going on to the racks and into the back catalogue this week, guys. Check back later, of course, for our what's new in this week in terms of single issues. Once all pull lists are completed and we know what's going on the racks. So definitely check back in for that. Again, remember, Free Comic Book Day, Saturday, 4th of May. Don't miss out. And again, we open earlier on that day. We open at 9 a.m. as opposed to 10. So yeah, as ever, hope this proved useful, guys. It's good to be getting the routine going again after a couple of weeks where doing the shows was a little tricky. But yeah, great to get back on the horse and keep that routine going. So I'll hopefully see you in store soon. And until then, take it easy.